8-6.
From the legendary Warner Fez Studios in a predominantly white neighborhood, Warner Fez presents Showtime with the Polo.
Hey, Trigger Finger.
You shouldn't call him that.
Polo.
Yes, Polo, your life's a movie.
Your life's a movie, Polo.
Polo, your life is a movie.
Polo, this is the biggest day of the year for you, huh?
It is very big. I'm very, I'm distracted. The pressure is enormous, trying to keep all these things under control.
Well, you're not up for anything.
All right, Polo, I really didn't have a chance to go over this because I was with my friend, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, okay.
Later on, I think he invited me out for tea.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice for you.
Yes, it is, Polo. Polo, I hope you understand this. O&A are in to come to your opening night.
Well, this is what I'm saying. The pressure, I can't take it.
Now, we've got the theater, right? Which theater is it?
Anthology Film Archives down on 2nd and 2nd. They're waiting for a movie.
Earl, Polo, one of the things we need to know is how long of a movie are you shooting at?
Okay, so
you're looking for?
I did talk to Earl last night, and I'm going to try and bring it in between the 90 minutes, 2 hours limit, because it's like 2.5 hours now. I got it.
But 2.5 hours is every bit that you shot. That would be like James Cameron going, well, right now it looks like I got a 36-hour movie.
Yeah, I would say 90 minutes of that is him getting ready in the hotel room.
Every bit.
Hotel room.
Oh, God. No, it's 3.5 hours is every bit I shot. It's 2.5 hours is it edited down, and then
Is this going to be fantastic, or you feel good about it?
Yeah, I do feel good about it. I mean, but there is a lot of pressure on me because every single thing falls on me. I feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders.
It really is, because this is it for you. This is the big New York introduction. Now, we have a place for red carpet down there. We have enough room.
Yeah, there's definitely enough room for a red carpet. We could roll limos straight down 2nd Avenue, and then there's a long...
Well, I live in that area, so I'm just going to walk from my house. So one person will walk up to the red carpet.
Have the red carpet leading all the way from your front door.
Yeah, I have a problem with that.
From what I talked to Earl about last night is that, if I finish it next month, in February, we may not actually premiere it for a few months after that. I mean, like in the spring or something like that. So, I mean, there's still time to...
You got to get music?
Well, no, the music's all set and all of that. It's just that there's all the contracts, the final dotting of the I's.
He actually put the music in live as he was as he was shooting the scenes.
A lot of it was just humming. That sounds familiar, Paul.
That may happen, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I mean, as I say...
Polo, how is Eastside Dave's scene where he actually had to choke himself while he held the camera? Is that still going to be good?
The odd thing about it is that it was amazingly compelling, his scene, and I'm actually opening the movie with it.
Wow.
It's the best scene.
All right, is that the scene like it opens with a murder like the Scream movies, and then later we get into the real story?
Oh, they get Drew Barrymore first.
Yes, exactly like that.
Do you need to shoot any more?
There is technically 2 shots that we're trying to get done. No,
is there any way? Are you coming back to New York to shoot them?
Well, this is what I'm a flutter all the time, and I'm complete confusion because of the, Mel thing, and she's running around naked right now to try and distract me purposely.
Do me a favor, smack her on her bare ass.
I don't think she's going to cooperate to that extent. I mean, she's just trying to drive me crazy right now.
She look great, Polo?
Yeah.
A million times better than Gail?
It's not about that, and that's the point. It was just there's a lot of tumult in my life right now. So
with the extra scenes that you're shooting, is there any way to get Big A in there?
Sure. Why not? Now,
we have to put Big A in this?
Yeah.
I actually took some time.
But I want him in as a pirate.
That's fine with me. I actually took some. I was trying to get
silver.
And is Melly your girlfriend in this?
No, that's not how it. But she's kind of in the final sequence.
All right.
So
the love scene.
So thank you.
All right, so she's actually going to cooperate now. That was me smacking her
You
ass.
fucking spank like a girl.
I couldn't get to it. I was swinging with the left hand. I'm sorry. It's hard. Anyway, the point is this: I was gonna have the film ready in the middle of next month, and then come up for Oscars, maybe that's why I took some time off. But right now, everything, we're still going to worry about that later. I mean, but I have the time off if I have to come up and film Big A. That's
I would love for Big A to be in this.
I love the fact that he has to take time off for the Oscars because he's watching them.
For next year, he's got to know all the things that you got to do, Fezzy. Why don't you believe in this film?
I want to see this finished. I'm actually amazingly surprised that we've gotten this much done on it.
Yeah, I know. To a certain extent, it's good that Fez is there riding me and, not giving me I
see, because he's your I want to tell him so guy. Yeah, I'm going to show Fez.
Exactly. I'm doing this film just to show him. That's the main reason.
I live every moment of my life just to show that fucking Fez Whatley.
That's right. My whole life. All right, but in any case, I'm working very hard. And then I still got to
do hold on real quick. Hey, Big A? Big A.
Hello.
Hi, Ron.
Hey.
Hey, Fez. Hey, Polo. How you doing?
Whoa. Big A, would you like to be in this movie?
Yes, I would love to be in the movie. That's why I called up to... I would love to be.
It's just going to be one line, so we're going to need about an extra 20 minutes, Paul.
Okay.
All right, Polo, let's go over the Oscar stuff. Where would you like to start?
All right, well, obviously, the looking over it, the big thing for me is Peter O'Toole. Because they played that perfectly.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to Best Actor then. Peter O'Toole. Is that kind of a surprise, Paul?
No, because it was building perfectly for him. I mean, this is a little nothing picture where he basically plays a dirty old man. But I'm just, if he won, it would be so great because, he just basically told him last year when he got the honorary Oscar, why don't you just spit on my grave?
That wasn't last year. That was years ago.
No, it was a couple of years ago. He's got like 8 Oscar nominations and never won. And he was bitching about it when he won the honorary Oscar.
All right, who is he up against?
All right, the nominees for Best Actor are Leonardo DiCaprio, Blood Diamond.
Now, that's kind of a surprise that he didn't get in for Departed, right, Paul?
Well, here's the thing. Blood Diamond got a few nominations, so there's love for Blood Diamond, apparently. Yeah, Departed got some nominations, definitely, but no Nicholson. So there's a lot of stuff going on with these nominations. It's all over the place. I mean, just endless.
Also, Ryan Gosling for Half Nelson. Will Smith.
Oh, by the way, I saw that film when it was done over at MoMA for the first, it was like New Director Series. Not like a great film, but this fucking kid was amazing.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling is a tremendous actor, and he's really...
What else has he done? I've never saw him in anything else.
Well, I mean, The Notebook is where everybody knows.
I never saw it.
Okay, but I mean, the fact is that he's done some amazing films over the years, and everything he does really has the intensity and integrity, and he's always going to do these small independent films over everything else. So, I mean, well-deserved performance, no question about it.
Also nominated Will Smith for The Pursuit of Happiness.
No, I didn't see that. What do you think, Paul?
I mean, basically, this is just a box office nomination. I mean, it's not really deserved. It's, everybody loves Will Smith, so he just has a lot of goodwill, so he's getting a nomination.
I get goodwill.
And Forrest Whitaker for The Last King of Scotland.
Now, that's the one everybody acts like is going to win, right, Paul?
Yes, he's probably going to win, but again, it would be amazing if Peter O'Toole pulled it out of his ass. Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be amazing. And like you mentioned, Peter O'Toole for Venus.
I'll go and see both of those films, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that Peter O'Toole, looked like he's been dead.
Here's what I'll do. I'll watch both of them at the same time, and whatever one that I end up turning and focusing on, I'll know that that's the best film.
Last King of Scotland just got his attention.
What do you think, Big A?
Actually, I love Forrest Whitaker. I think he'll definitely win.
All right, so one thumb up for Forrest Whitaker. You're going Peter O'Toole, right?
Yeah, I'm going with it. Yeah, fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Is your girlfriend still naked?
She's trying to give me some respect and staying out of the room right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move over to Best Actress.
And the nominees are Penelope Cruz for Volver, I think it's Voltaire. Judi Dench for Notes on a Scandal.
Excuse me, Fez, that's Dame Judi Dench.
Helen Mirren, the Queen.
Is she a dame, too? I'm not sure.
I don't know if she is.
She probably will be after this. Meryl Streep, The Devil Wears Prada. And Kate Winslet for Little Children.
Yeah, Little Children's been getting a few nominations. The Queen's doing very well, obviously, getting a lot of nominations. And
Kate Winslet, this is like her 5th or 6th nomination, as young as she is.
As young as she is, she's got more nominations than anybody else at her age. Absolutely.
How many is she up to, like 5?
5, yeah.
And this is Meryl Streep's 14th.
Which makes her more than anyone, of course.
Of her, at her age.
Any age.
Who would you pick, Paul?
Okay, well, pretty much everybody assumes it's going to be Helen Mirren for the Queen, which is a great film, all about the week of Princess Diana's death. It's a really exciting, interesting.
I have it at home. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
2 reasons: Princess and Diana. I don't get the point there.
She was England's Rose.
But Little Children I did not like, and it did very well.
Well, it did well because it's a very disturbing film. I mean, it's not an Oscar type, and now she comes in naked again. Thank you very much. So now you guys...
Did she shave it down, Polo?
No.
70s bushy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Is that the way you prefer it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Anyway, the thing about Little Children is that it also brings back the Bad News Bears and that guy. He got a nomination.
Well, here's my problem with Little Children, and I'll say the same thing about Babel. There's any foreshadowing of problems is because some sexual act took place first. So there's something sexual that happens, and then later something terrible happens. And I'm like, what is this, 1954? Are we, every time you jack off, a kitten dies? What the fuck is this about, Paul?
And there's actually a similar situation with Notes on a Scandal, which is also a very...
I agree. Well, I don't know. I agree less because that's somewhat, the sex there is negative sex. You know what I mean? You should get in trouble for that sex.
That's Judi Dench as a dirty old man.
Yeah, actually, and they kind of talk about the fact that Judi Dench is playing this kind of 50s lesbian, where she's kind of sinister in a way, and it's kind of retro in its own little way.
And she's not even really 100% lesbian, though. I mean, she doesn't do anything.
No, I know. She just likes to fuck with people, I guess. Not fuck them. But anyway.
You don't even know what you're doing. So I have problems with a lot of these films, Fuzzy. Go over the best films.
Okay.
And that's why I agree 100%. I do have problems with a lot of the films, too.
Thank you.
Here are the Best Picture nominees. Babel.
Doesn't belong there.
The Departed.
It belongs there.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
Haven't seen it yet.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Ugh.
And The Queen.
Yeah,
I haven't seen The Queen.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Little Miss Sunshine doesn't belong there. Babel really doesn't belong there. Thankfully, Dreamgirls didn't make it in there, which everybody was very upset about, apparently. And the part is not his best as far as Scorsese goes.
So it's a weak year, Polo.
But the problem is there was a lot of films that were not acknowledged. Now, for instance, United 93 got a director nomination, but it didn't get the film because Little Miss Sunshine took the film.
I got that film and I can't even look at it yet.
I mean, it got a number of nominations, obviously in minor awards, and it got the directing, which is good.
Let's go on to supporting actress. I was happy to see the little girl from Little Miss Sunshine, because she was the whole fucking movie to me.
Right, and she's 10, I think.
That's Abigail Breslin for Little Miss Sunshine. Then Adriana Barzara for Babel. Kate Blanchett, Notes on a Scandal. Jennifer Hudson for Dreamgirls. And Rinko Kikuchi for Babel.
Yeah, she was naked in Babel and did a wonderful job. Is this Dreamgirls is going to get this one, right, Paul?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is the one real slam dunk, I think.
Yeah, with Jennifer Hudson.
Now you would love to see somebody else win, because she's, thinking about it leading up to it.
With this, I could see the little girl winning, too. To beat out Jennifer Hudson. If anyone's going to beat Jennifer Hudson...
It'll be the little girl?
Yeah, just for that, hey, here's a fun Oscar moment. We'll give it to the American Idol girl or the cute little girl who's going to have everyone oohing and on. She's so cute.
She was hysterical in that movie, though. She was adorable. Little fat girl. She did great.
It's a good year for fat girls there.
Supporting actor.
Best supporting actor, Alan Arkin, Little Miss Sunshine.
Loved them. My only complaint, I would have liked more of them in the movie.
Jackie Earle Haley from Little Children. Digimon Hunzao from Blood Diamond.
You're making up names now.
Eddie Murphy for Dreamgirls. And Mark Wahlberg for The Departed.
This one is also, I think, going to be Eddie Murphy's. Even though I haven't seen the film, who wouldn't like to see Eddie Murphy walk up there?
Yeah, those are just going to be the fun awards that kicks off the night before they get serious handing stuff out to Babel.
Who could beat Eddie Murphy in this, Polo?
I agree that he is definitely the front runner. I mean, but it's a great bunch of people here. You've got Alan Arkin is the best thing in the movie.
Has he ever won an award?
No, I mean not an
He deserves one. I mean, that guy's had a career of hysterical shit.
Yeah, and especially in the 60s, and he was just killing back then. And, and he's still doing great. I mean, this guy looks amazing in this movie. I mean, it does an amazing job.
He looks like Alan Arkin.
Exactly. He still looks like Alan Arkin.
That's why it wasn't up for Best Makeup.
All right, Mark Wahlberg got the Departed nomination. No Nicholson, no DiCaprio.
I thought that was Matt Damon's. I would have given it to him. I thought he was amazing in that film.
I agree, and there was tons of amazing performances in there. Clearly, they could have gotten everybody, but everybody seemed to want to. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I should say, did talk about Wahlberg, and and his is the smallest part of the bunch.
And is that because he's kind of liked?
Well, no, I think that they just probably said, gee, we haven't seen this side of Mark Wahlberg or something. I guess that would be,
You agree, Big A?
Yes, I fully agree with that.
All right, good. Interesting. First time you two maniacs have ever been on the same side. What else, Fez?
We got Best Directors. The Alejandro Gonzalez Aratu for Babel. Martin Scorsese, The Departed. Clint Eastwood, Letters from Iwo Jima. Stephen Frears, The Queen.
The one and only Stephen Frears. And he did Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
And then Paul Greengrass for United 93.
You remember him from High Tides in Greengrass with Florida's Guitar Army. The Outlaws.
First of all, nobody knows how to say the director's name, Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu.
What did he direct?
Babel.
So, I mean, I'm giving up. I'm not even going to try anymore to say his name.
All right, is there a best song on there, Fez?
Yeah, we got Best Original Songs
Let me hear that.
The nominees are I Need to Wake Up from An Inconvenient Truth by Melissa Etheridge.
Oh, man, lesbian. That ought to go over well.
Listen from Dreamgirls.
Oh, that's probably a gimme, right?
Love You I Do from Dreamgirls.
Don't know it.
Our Town from Cars, Randy Newman.
Love Randy Newman.
And Patience from Dreamgirls.
Just a little patience. So maybe the Dreamgirls will end up knocking each other out, and you'll end up getting Melissa Etheridge or Randy Newman. Two of the most beautiful women in Hollywood today.
Well, first of all, the Al Gore documentary gets a best...
Rockumentary.
Whatever. And so you got the three Dreamgirls, and then actually it's a James Taylor sings the song from Cars, and it's a very...
In Cars.
Beautiful song.
Why not just go with that?
Here in my cars.
I don't know. I think it was probably in the movie.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I mean, I don't know what the Dreamgirls is going to cancel itself out. That's just crazy.
I would like to see that, and I would like to see Gary Newman win for Cars.
It's Randy Newman.
There you go. And I hope he goes back to wearing that old suit, too. Has his head done the same way. Little black eyeshadow. This might have been the peak of Western civilization, Polo. This might have been, might have been the high water mark.
The other big thing about this nominations is that it's Scorsese and Eastwood again in the Main Street.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
High noon, facing each other off.
Down on Main Street.
Every year, Scorsese says, "Damn you, Clint Eastwood." Every year.
Where do you think he's from? Czechoslovakia? Big A, who do you want to win Best Director?
Actually, I haven't seen too many of the movies, to be honest with you.
Okay. I'm glad you're being honest. Anything else of note in there, Fez?
The only other thing of note is Best Documentary.
Rockumentary.
Where we have Deliver Us from Evil, An Inconvenient Truth, Iraq in Fragments, My Country, and our friends for Jesus Camp, Heidi Ewing and Rachel McGrady.
Very, very nice. We've had them on, lovely young ladies, and now nominated for an Oscar. I'm very happy for them, Fez.
Ted Haggard should be there in the crowd to accept.
Or Merle Haggard, which I would love to see. The Yogi from Muskogee just comes out, waves, plays his tune, leaves. Luke, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, man, I agree with you, Ron. I mean, Donnie Wahlberg for Best Supporting Actor. I mean, did you see him in it? All he did was fucking yell at people.
Well, Donnie Wahlberg was in Sixth Sense, so he's not up. It's
overlooked.
It's Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch Wahlberg.
God damn it. Yeah, it's wrong. Well, dude, he was trying to be Alec Baldwin and Glengarry Glen Ross in that fucking movie. You're right, man. Matt Damon should totally been up for it. He stole the show in that movie.
Thank you. Is it weird, though, Polo, more people are agreeing with me than you?
No, not at all. But I mean, the point is that actually the big surprise for me is No Love for Barat. They only got a adapted.
I thought that was a lot for a comedy to get adapted screenplay. I mean, at least means he gets to show up.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, nothing else. I mean,
what did you want him to get? Best actor?
I wanted Best Picture, Best Actor.
Picture. And the Milk Pitcher for Best Picture.
Polo, do they ever come back and say, you know what, we screwed up, here we're going to change some nominations?
Elliot, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, buddies, I was wondering, Ronnie, did you see Devil and Daniel Johnston? Isn't it weird that didn't show up in the Best Documentary?
Yes, I did. Here's one of the things that bothers me and why I'm glad he's off the show. I turned East Side Dave onto that. Now, he's going out turning other people onto it, acting like it's his. So, mutual friends of ours are going, oh, Eastside Dave gave me Devil with Daniel Johnson. It's amazing. Without fucking crediting Ronnie B. This is why I hate Dave, and I'm glad the writer's with us, Fez. Was that this year, Polo?
Yeah, but there are literally dozens of films that were totally ignored this year. Or, like Children of Men only got a few things, and then Pan's Labyrinth.
What about Children of the Sun? Did they come up with anything at all?
Nothing at all.
I feel bad about that.
But clearly, I mean, it's
Why?
just very
I mean, Fuzzy is such a big hit, and who doesn't like that?
And Emilio Estevez is crying today because Bobby got nothing.
What? Oh, yeah, nothing. Now, so Children of what?
Children of Men.
Children of the Men, we have a clip of that. Do we have it ready, Earl? All right, here's a clip of Children of Men. Here's how it starts out, Fuzzy. It's really kind of eerie at first.
Very.
This is the kind of spooky part. You don't know what's happening because it's like sci-fi, right, Polo?
Yes.
It's like scary sci-fi. And then you hear this and you're like, holy shit, this is going to be a fucking wild movie.
Yeah, this sounds intense.
Yeah. And now it's kicking in. What if we had a producer who actually queued up, right, to fucking hooks? Wouldn't that be great?
Then I'd be a dream girl.
Yeah, you should be.
I mean, it's going to be...
I want to do Dream Earls, where it's just Earl the way I dream of him and being.
Sapphire, sing something from Dreamgirls later on today.
You want to, Sapphire?
Well, you want to do the showstopper, and I'm not telling you that I'm not going?
Yeah, I want you to do that a little later on, and I want you yelling at me and Fez as you're doing it. You're just pointing at us.
That you're not going away from this show.
Could that be possible?
Oh, yeah, I could give it a belt.
Would you be able to get to the hook for the first time in your musical career? Would that be possible?
Yeah, I can definitely get to the hook of that.
We could definitely do that, Fez. Definitely.
Qantas never crash. Definitely never crash.
Well, luckily, you're doing great work, girl. You're getting a lot of terrific sleep at night. All right, anything else in there, Fez, that we should care about?
Nothing else really to care about. Animated feature, Cars, Happy Feet, and Monster House.
Now, Happy Feet, you said you hate it.
I hated Happy Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to root for Monster House.
Why not Cars?
No Over the Hedge.
Yeah, what happened to Over the Hedge? You said that was going to be the biggest film of the summer, Polo.
That's right. I loved Over the Hedge.
And you literally shit the bed on your new girlfriend, with your new girlfriend laid in there with you.
Can I have a cookie? I love that part.
I didn't see it.
Okay, anyway.
Did you see it, Fez? I know you go to a lot of cartoons.
I go to a lot of cartoons. Somehow missed Over the Hedge in my busy cartoon schedule.
All right, so what are the 3 biggest cartoons of the year?
Cars, Happy Feet, and Monster House.
If I had to pick, I'd pick Top Cat. For my cartoon of the year.
It's not nominated. It's not even a movie.
It's still great, though. I mean, Officer Dibble's never going to get him.
For Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah. Frankie, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's up, Ron? What's up, Fezzy?
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to comment on Children of Men. That movie was out there. You kept on wanting to watch it.
Children of the Sun?
Supposed to happen.
Yeah.
It was a great movie. You guys should, if you guys haven't seen it.
Oh, I did see it. I saw it.
What did you think about it?
I saw it and I watched it. Here's a clip. Who wouldn't like this movie? Here we go, Fezzy. Watch this now. Here's the big action part. This is so Spinal Tap. When Spinal Tap would kick out for the middle 8. So were you surprised that this didn't win, Polo?
Yeah, I'm surprised by a lot of things, but at least everything gets some nominations. I mean, it got a few nominations. Superman Returns got a nomination. Pirates of the Caribbean gets a few nominations,
For what?
Sound editing, sound mixing,
Makeup, special effects.
Hey, Ken from Portland's already putting down money. It's a lock. Best Supporting Actress, Dreamgirls with Walter Hudson. He believes will win the Oscar. Now, Walter Hudson, as you know, in bed for a long, long time.
Yeah.
They will cut out one of the walls, literally take off one of the walls, pull him out, and take him to the Kodak Theater.
It seems like it'd be a lot easier if he just accepted it home in bed, like Joan Crawford did.
Ty, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, is Billy Thorpe going to get nominated for Best Director for Children of the Sun?
Billy Thorpe really should get fucking nominated for Stroke Me. If I had to fucking pick.
It's between him and Gary Newman for Cars.
Or Randy Newman.
Oh, Randy Newman.
Yeah.
Right.
Why do you not know who these people are, Polo?
Sorry.
You'll be hobnobbing with them next year after Gap's release.
What's that, me blowing? Hobnobbing? You'll be gobstopping with them.
That's blowing a hobbit.
Oh.
Hobnobbing.
My precious. Michael, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, Children of Men. Worst movie I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Didn't like it at all. Now, Earl, that was your number one movie of the year.
Yeah, I absolutely adored this movie. I thought it visually was amazing, and the action sequences were that one tracking shot where the battle sequences were going on. That was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was good. The rest of the fucking movie sucks. Put me this way. No plot.
Well, there was a plot. We can't have no babies. We can't have no babies. To me, that would have been the perfect fucking world. A world without children. I've been trying to just get an apartment house like that. Well, Polo, we will see you. When are the Oscars going to be?
They're going to be Sunday the 25th of February. I'm actually thinking about, going somewhere to, maybe to New York or L.A. to try and get into one of the parties. We'll see.
Elaine's always throws a really big party. Earl, you should try to get us in this year.
I'll get working on that now.
Get a hold of Ronnie Wood and see if he can't make the whole thing happen.
Hello, Elaine. This is Ron Wood. I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
Yeah. You think you could do that? Or Evelyn would. Just if I can get there and said, I went through your menu quicker than anyone else, and I'm going to have the asparagus.
We'll just fast forward through the Oscars with Evelyn Wood.
And the winners are.
Isn't her name Evelyn Champagne Wood?
Yes, it is. And that was in the 70s.
Oh.
Evelyn Wood, Fuzzy, had one of the really big hits of the 70s, which, Polo, you were all part of the fucking Studio 54 scene, right?
I was there a few times.
Who did you see there? Did you ever see Evelyn Wood? Evelyn Champagne Wood.
Liza Minnelli, I guess.
Yeah. Now, how did you get in, Polo, being hideous?
I wasn't hideous.
Not with that shirt.
Were you in short shorts and no shirt at all?
I looked very much like Ryan Philippe back in those days when he was in that movie Studio 54.
Ryan Philippe. Bullshit. You look like Ryan O'Neal's cancer scars.
Actually, I was told once at the premiere of a Ryan O'Neal movie, "Oh, are you Ryan O'Neal?" Just this many years ago.
You look like George Karl from the NBA. How are you getting mistaken for Ryan O'Neal?
I don't know. Wearing a wig that day.
All right, Polo. Here's Marianne, your friend Marianne. Hey, Mary.
Hey, good morning.
Good.
Just want to comment. Polo went from wanting to be at death's door to sounding like he's a teenager in love.
You are a teenager in love.
I know.
Astounding.
Are you happy for the first time ever, Polo?
Well, I'm happy, but I do still feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders.
But each night do you ask the Lord up above, why are you a teenager in love?
I think I've actually done that. But, I mean, the thing is that, Mel likes to put the screws on me every once in a while, and she did that today by running around naked through this entire conversation.
You can tell with all the giggling going on. Thanks, guys. Check it out.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Marianne.
Josie, you're on Running Fez.
Hey, it's I'm sorry to gay it up, but it's Evelyn Champagne King.
Not Evelyn Wood, the speed reader?
No,
I think it's Knock on Wood.
King's the disco diva.
Who did Knock on Wood? Wasn't that Evelyn Champagne King?
I think that was her.
Josie, where are you calling from?
Boston.
Oh,
okay.
Is it cold there today? A little slow and cold?
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, well, you better knock on wood.
It's hard to think.
Yeah.
But if I was Evelyn Wood and I read a book really fast, I would certainly toast myself with a glass of champagne. I would have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Here's to me. I just read War and Peace in 4 minutes.
And you know what? That must never work, because have you ever met anyone who does it?
No.
Basically, it means pick out the words you like and see what you can do from there. All right, this is great. This was Polo coming into Studio 54 back in 78.
Say hello to Alton.
Polo, who did you go with? Your first wife?
Stop it.
Stop it. I'm a teenager in love.
They must have loved Gail O at Studio 54.
Yeah.
Does he like the drug?
It was Studio 54 meet waist size 54.
Just overturning tables. Carrying Liza Minnelli to the top of the Empire State Building.
That's what happened in those days. Things were just...
Oh, they were crazy days.
Crazy.
I have a feeling Polo never even went there.
No, he was at Studio 53, just down the block.
I went to all the clubs before the.
So overall, are you happy or sad about this Oscar thing, Polo?
I'm happy, but it is still a mess. This year is just a mess.
Does it feel like the Jews run Hollywood?
I don't think so.
Not just Hollywood.
Apocalypto got a bunch of nominations, so that can't be true.
I see. Now, what was it nominated for?
Obviously sound editing and, cinematography, makeup, things like that.
They got makeup.
It got a few. I'm not saying the Jews are going to go crazy for Mel, but they realize it was a good achievement.
It didn't even get foreign language film.
That's true.
Well, was it even a real language, or did he just make it up?
It's a new language, Apocalypto.
Yeah.
I speak Apocalypto.
It was a real language.
I'm not sure, Polo.
It was. I don't know if it was Mayan or whatever it was. It's not like everybody speaks it, so nobody's going to call them on it.
It's Mayan, it's urine, it's everybody's.
All right, Polo, with the Oscar day, Fezzy, And now let's go to the other side of this, see how other people felt. Gail O, what do you think of the Oscar picks today? Hi, Gail.
I think that they were typical.
Uh-huh.
You know, I thought that they were exactly what they had said they were going to be.
Right.
I don't know about Angelina Jolie. I've never particularly liked her at all.
You know what? I think she's a little bit of a slut.
No kidding. You ever read some of the things she does? I wouldn't want to go near her.
Gail O and I are both on Team Aniston.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I didn't know there were teams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She used to do some of the grossest things in the world.
Like what?
I can't. I've got the guy here, the security guy here, because I just fell. What do you have to do?
You fell down?
She's on vacation this week, actually, in Orlando, and so she's probably causing the people over there a little bit of problems.
Okay, I need to talk. What was that Paul said?
Paul said that you're causing trouble in Orlando.
Oh no, I slipped on the treadmill. I'm okay.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
I'm okay. And what was he saying? Something typical?
You slipped on the treadmill?
You know what he just said, Gail O?
What?
He said that Melly is running around naked in front of him while he's on the phone. You did say that, Paul.
Yeah, I understand, but the issue is that we're trying to clearly not get Gail involved in. She's out there having a good time in Orlando. We're trying to get her life turned around. We're trying to get
Gail O, how long were you and Polo married?
30 plus.
30 plus years. And now you're just supposed to throw it away?
Well, see, that's always been the way I felt.
Yeah. Now, Polo claims that he was in Studio 54 in the 70s. Is that true?
No way was he in... He wasn't even in... He was still in New York in 19... As far as I'm not...
Well, it was still going in the early 80s. We went back in the 80s. I was there in the...
Bullshit.
You know.
I mean, I don't know. He's never talked to me about it.
Of course he has, and he made it up. He's telling that
he makes a lot of stuff up.
He tells that new young girlfriend all these stories, and she believes them.
The point is...
That's just the thing. No, what I really need to say here is, I'm the one who's been abandoned.
Right.
I'm the one who's been left wondering, well, what's their life like, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, she has a little girl. I don't know what this woman is like. So after 3 months, you dump a 30-year-old marriage, even though it had problems? No, he wouldn't go to marriage counseling.
No.
He wouldn't go to anything like that.
Okay.
He didn't really believe that was what was wrong. But I swear, if we had gone, it would
The main
help.
issue, Gail,
I still think you should go.
I still think we should go, too.
Why not try it, Paul?
The main issue is that I tried for 30 years, and every day was a struggle.
Bullshit.
I mean,
it's not
every day...
True,
Bullshit.
Paul. Quit overemphasizing everything.
But it definitely
Do you know why everything
seriously downhill.
was a big deal to you, Paul?
What?
Because everything in life is a big deal to you.
True.
Good point.
You are just one of those people that when things happen to them, you sort of just lose it. You really can't handle situations very well. And I love you very much, and I know you've handled a lot from me, and that's desperate. That's the truth. I accept my own culpability.
Sure.
But if he was married and he had children, he couldn't even believe the amount of things that could happen to children.
Why didn't you...
So I think his life has been relatively calm compared to some people.
Gail, why didn't you two have children?
Paul wouldn't let me.
Yeah, the reason is that, you know, you were crazy for years and years. I mean, and I'm not exactly up for it.
Bullshit.
Paul, stop that.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it, Paul.
You're lying to yourself.
Would you have liked children?
You left me out of the car in front of the abortion clinic.
Okay, here we go again. We got to relive this every time. Now, here's the...
Wait a minute, hold on.
No, I want to finish this. I want
Please
them to understand the fact that you... No, Paul, I'm not trying to... Look, I don't want to put you down or anything, but it took like 4 or 5 hours to have that abortion. I mean, they were scraping my insides out.
Oh, third trimester.
Yeah, I was over the 3rd trimester, and I had to get on the subway and go home by myself.
Where do you think we...
Why wouldn't you pick her up? Polo. It's half in a ride, not lock her out the abortion clinic 2 days before the due date.
Okay.
Parking's not that hard to find in the Bronx.
No, it's not.
Let's get off of this topic. The fact is that...
You know why he wants to get off of this topic?
Yeah,
why is that?
He knows what he did was wrong. And I talked to him about what he's done with this relationship with this new woman.
Yeah.
I said, quit trying to treat yourself as though you're a little boy, because you are a little boy. You seem to think that God is going to ignore the fact that you committed adultery, and do you even know to face the fact that you have?
Here's the thing, Gail.
Do you think he'll burn in hell?
I don't think he's going to burn in hell because he's a really good... No, he's a really good person. He really is. He is just not equipped to deal with life the way it is right now.
I'm basically got one fingertip hanging on the edge of a cliff.
Polo, you're living like Peter Pan. As soon as Wendy gets old, you go back and you want to find another young girl. It's sick.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, and I understand how he feels about the fact that yes, I had to see a pain doctor, and yes, I had a lot of doctor's appointments, but I couldn't help that. And there were a lot of times when I thought I was having a heart attack, when I was just actually having a panic attack. So there's been a lot of visits to the doctor that. Really,
well, I mean, Gail, in all honesty, you have a lot in common with these Hollywood stars because they love those morphine and the OxyContin mixing with the alcohol and
Paul,
I don't take morphine anymore or any painkillers.
Word.
Exactly. But you used
I was taking when I had a broken shoulder.
Well, no, I'm just saying. You've been taking it for years.
Should she have a breath mint?
No, I didn't take morphine for years.
And you mixed it with the alcohol, which is what all the hip people do in Hollywood now, I guess.
Paul.
I've never taken morphine except for when I broke my shoulder 3 months ago. So.
No, you were taking it before.
And whose fault was that?
You guys were married for 30 years, right, Gail?
Yes.
When's the last time Paul gave you oral?
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Do you even remember who was president?
How many months?
Yeah.
I can't remember how. And he says to me that that's my fault, that I never approached him.
What?
There are so many times I just lay there looking at his back, rubbing my hands up and down his back, hoping that he would, get the message or something. I've given up on lingerie and everything else.
Oh.
He's so depressed and he's so completely convinced his life is over that he just made it be over.
But now
he went right down the path.
But here's the thing. Now he's as spry as a puppy. He's got everything for the new girl.
Yeah, what were you supposed to do? Put up the munch signal?
As you know, we would like to
fish.
The strange thing about all of this is, to a certain degree, Gail's life was really going it was a disaster. I mean,
Bullshit.
she was literally...
Was not.
Bullshit.
There were days she was in bed, never moved.
Of course I was in bed. I had a broken shoulder, and I also got hurt in that other incident.
What
you're saying is you're trying to make excuses for the fact that you got exhausted from dealing with marriage problems. Excuse me, healthy or worse, richer or poor. And you know what? You'd want to talk about me being sick all the time to take away from the fact that you emailed this woman for months and then agreed to meet her. Met her, had sex with her, and decided to drop me like a hot potato.
The issue is,
simple truth.
For the last 2 years, I've been telling you, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over. You're killing us, you're killing us, you're killing us, you're killing us.
Let me tell them what that translates into.
Finally.
Love to hear the truth.
I will tell the truth. We're really worried about finances, and he was starting to get real despondent about the financial situation, which I accept.
Because you spend thousands a month.
Yeah, I spent money, but I always, was going to go back to work, but that's not the most important thing. What he's trying to do is he's trying to blame all the ills of the marriage on that. That's why he got a divorce. He never sat down with me. He doesn't know the difference between a discussion and an argument.
True.
I would sit down and try to have a discussion with him. All these finances are so that I don't know what we're going to do. This is horrible. I feel horrible all the time. But never once, and even the doctor didn't know what to say to him about that. And I talk to my doctor every day. He's a really cool guy. And he said to me, he said, but that's no excuse. You can't blame her for all of that. You're just covering up for the fact that you had an affair. Just admit
look at this in a positive way. This shock to your system has turned you around. Have you ever heard Gail O more lucid? In all honesty,
no. You know why I'm more lucid? Because you're not around.
True.
Good point.
Okay. Word to your moms, dropping bombs.
Yeah, you know, and he turns his phone off completely all day long yesterday, completely.
Leave the phone on, Paul.
I just had an accident on the treadmill where they had to put Band-Aids on my knee and everything. It's not serious. But if something serious happened, how in the heck would anybody reach him?
Paula, why you turn off the phone off?
Because
I don't bother him that much.
Because
if I call him once or twice a day, that's it.
I'm not equipped to deal with crisis anymore.
You're not equipped to deal with it ever, Paul. You were never equipped.
You and
your friends were strange, Paul, very strange, and I always wondered, you know, like we're not sure which one is gay or whether he's both gay and not gay. One is gay. I mean, I think there's a lesbian in there, but whatever it is, you know, people of them still live with their mothers. One shares a bedroom with his brother, who's a fireman. You know, and these are Paul's friends.
Paul, what kind of wacky friends do you have? Gay firemen sharing the rooms with other brothers?
And why don't you ever bring them around?
I was trying to adopt people. I don't know. There were people in need.
This is how dysfunctional I believe his life was. His parents were very quiet, except when his father got drunk, and then he usually probably just went to sleep. But Paul never really learned how to handle anything.
True.
Nothing.
Now, Polo, you were married for 30 years, right?
Yes.
30 years. All right, so you go on an Elton John fan site.
Yes.
And you're what? You're posting like, oh, I love Yellow Brick Road. And then someone else writes in there, oh, me too. My favorite song is Benny and the Jets. And before you know it, you're flying to meet this lady?
What I'm saying is that there was...
He won't answer a direct question.
He won't answer a direct question
at all.
He will not answer you a direct question. Even in the doctor's office, he had his eyes rolled up at the ceiling and he wouldn't look at the doctor.
Really?
All right, here's the thing. Mel is a very good person, and what has happened is that to a certain extent we talked about similar situations in our lives,
right?
With Gail and with her ex-husband, and
you could have kept on talking with her, but you met her and decided to have sex with her.
And she's way smarter than me, and to a certain extent, she could see
that. Is that a threat, Paul? Because, you've been making them to me lately.
No, I'm not threatening
you. All the ways around social services. And
No. Are you going to say you're trying to kill her?
No, the point is that I'm just
booby trap a treadmill.
I have no idea how much pain I live in.
No.
Yes, because she's been trying to kill me for years.
Paul, please.
Oh, that is so not true. That is such a lie.
Bullshit.
I love you so much.
Month, I would
All right, Paul, now she's crying.
Every night I can't go on anymore, and I don't even know why I'm alive.
I agree. I don't know
Paul, please.
Unless I hear his voice, I get panicky, and I know that I have to get over it, but I don't care what you say. What he did to me over the years and what he just did to me.
Well, I still think she should come to New York and,
Paul,
work on the show.
Deal with her. She's upset right now. You got her upset.
I know, but that would help if she would go to New York and work on the show.
I try to explain to him how hurt it can be to be abandoned and left in a dirty house that you can't clean because you're so overwhelmed with grief you can't make any moves. He doesn't understand what he's done.
All right, Gail.
I'm sorry.
Take it. You know what? I mean, a lot of the stuff you're saying, I think Paul's finally hearing for the first time. But here's the thing. You can't change him, right, Gail?
No.
And remember, you've got to really start thinking about changing yourself.
Yes, I know that.
Fezzy went through this, Fez, and first you were afraid. You were petrified.
Oh, I was totally.
And Gail O, maybe this could be your song now.
Maybe it could be. Maybe it could be. Maybe God's giving me an opening.
This is the opening you were looking for. Tell him what you think. You don't even need him.
I wish that were true inside. I still feel that way.
You're the one with the booty. You're the cutie with the booty.
I'm too old.
You're not.
You need to run to the door and yell, next. Next. I'm right here. You're the total package.
Like that Beyonce song, you know.
Oh, you shut up, Paul.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you know what it is if he had more clearly discussed situations with me, and I have to make an impact on this, things would be a lot different than they are right now.
You're going to survive,
I could never
darling.
have a decent conversation with him.
This is your song.
Well, I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to upset you or anything.
You walk it, honey. You walk it, sister. You're going to go on without him.
This is Gail O's year.
Yes. 07. Gail O's in heaven.
Should I call you guys ever?
Ever. Anytime you want, call us. You got our number.
Always.
Yeah.
I like to talk to you sometimes without Polo around. Maybe we do a little dream date. We find you somebody like the Midnight Rider would be perfect for you.
Sounds wonderful, only he wouldn't come to Florida.
Sure he would. He comes down there for a booty call.
If the law was chasing him.
If the law was chasing him.
All right, Gail, you enjoy yourself in Orlando.
Well, it's hard to enjoy yourself in a huge room all by yourself. You know,
it's sad.
I mean, I'm trying to write, but it's sort of sucky.
I understand.
It's sad. Well, anyway, listen, guys. I hope you have a good interview with Paul.
Oh.
And I hope that you make him realize that what he did, regardless of his reasons, everybody always has reasons for everything.
Sure.
Regardless of his reasons for what he did, he broke my heart and he demolished my life over this woman. And I certainly hope that when he is 70 years old and she's 55, she's not going to mind pushing him around in a wheelchair.
Good one.
So that's all I have to say about it, except
and it'll be your turn,
I love you,
Paul.
I love you, Paul. You
say
know
it back,
I do.
Paul.
Yes, Gail, I love you. Very good. Have a good life.
You guys are back together.
Yeah, we did it. Yes. The O's are back together again.
All right, bye, Gail O.
Bye,
and Paulo, you scum.
I'm a very bad person.
But he basically can't explain himself out of certain situations. So
all right,
we'll just leave it at that, okay?
Right. Bye-bye, Gail.
Okay, bye-bye.
Paulo, you scum.
I'm not scum. You know very well she was a complete lunatic for years.
No, I never heard her, but you're right about one thing. I've never heard her so lucid. She's back up on her pins, and she's looking for you.
And she'll find you.
Her life is turned around. She's good. She's going to do great. That's absolutely. We're going to get her on Oprah. Everything will be great.
Stop telling her she's going to get on Oprah. That's crazy talk.
You just keep telling yourself all these things, Polo.
I don't know why.
Because she'll kill you in your sleep.
No,
somebody's got to.
Look at this. I got a text message from Ricky Gervais.
Really?
He just writes, brilliant. Oh, thank you, Ricky. We'll be right back. Ron and Fez Show.
Ronnie. Fezzy. The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.